reaction is in equilibrium. The rate of the forward reaction equals the rate of the reverse reaction in a closed system. Therefore, the amounts of substances present in the reacting mixture remain constant. This is the sign used to tell you that the reaction is a reversible one. In a closed system, no reactants, products, or energy can get in or out. As the reaction starts to happen, the rate of the forward reaction is decreasing, and the rate of the reverse reaction increases. Eventually, both forward and reverse reactions are going at the same rate, but in opposite directions. When this happens, the reactants are making products at the same rate as the products are making reactants. Overall, there is no change in the amount of products and reactants, and we say that the reaction has reached equilibrium. This is an example of a reversible reaction between NO2 and N2O4. You can alter the conditions of the reaction to change the yield of the product. When the pressure is increased, the position of equilibrium will shift to reduce the pressure. It will favour the reaction that produces less molecules of gas, in this case, to the right, the forward reaction, and so N2O4 will be favoured and the yield of N2O4 will increase. This only works with gas molecules. The forward reaction is exothermic, represented by a negative enthalpy change, or delta H. When the temperature is increased, the equilibrium shifts as if to try to reduce the temperature. The reaction that is endothermic will cool it down, in this case the reverse reaction, producing NO2. So, the reverse reaction is favoured, and more NO2 is formed, meaning that NO2 has an increased yield. Thank you for watching. The research for this video was done by Chi and Pyle, the script by Fatima, the presentation by Anna and Pyle, the voiceover by Anna, and the text by Pyle.
Are used to extract iron from its ore, one of which is known as hematite. The raw materials used are hematite, coke, which is a cheap form of carbon made from coal, air, and limestone, which is used to remove impurities by reacting with them to form slag. Hot air is blown into the blast furnace to generate high temperatures for reactions to take place. The carbon in the coke reacts with oxygen from the air to form carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide then reacts with more carbon in the coke to form carbon monoxide at high temperatures. This is the main reducing agent. The iron oxide is reduced, loses oxygen, by carbon monoxide to form iron and carbon dioxide. This iron is collected from the blast furnace as molten.
Hi, today we're going to be talking about chemical equilibrium. I know it sounds #boring, but it's actually pretty cool. Chemical equilibrium is the point in a reversible reaction in which the forward and backward rates of reaction are the same. Therefore, the amounts of substances present in the reacting mixture remain constant. Stop recording. This video was made by Jags Girls.
Haber process. The equation for the Haber process is nitrogen in this reaction comes from the air, and the hydrogen comes from natural gas.
This process occurs at 450 degrees Celsius. Because the forward reaction is exothermic, a lower temperature would increase the yield but make the reaction too slow. This is a compromise.
This process occurs at 200 atmospheres because there are 4 gas molecules on the left-hand side and 2 on the right, so an increase in pressure would increase the yield but makes the reaction very expensive.
You use an iron catalyst to increase the rate of reaction. It does not affect the yield.
The Haber process requires a compromise between the temperature and the pressure to get the highest yield with the fastest rate of the reaction to make it economically efficient.
To remove ammonia from reactants, we cool the gases so that ammonia liquefies. Then it can be separated from unreacted nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. These unreacted gases are recycled back into the reaction mixture.
The end!
I'm not the brightest of kids, but finding out what X is not my strong point. But after today and having to take different videos of it like numerous times, it kind of got to my head the process on how to do it.
Yeah, it was a fun activity.
Yeah, I think it was very helpful and useful because we had to think deeply into the question and we had to break it down to different sections in order to explain to others. Yeah, I think the main problem of this task is that it was time consuming. The other problem was that some people find it hard to deal with technology like programs to edit their video.